They say the third night is when the lease expires. By Wednesday evening, the air inside the house felt like wet cement. It was hard to breathe. Every time you took a breath, your lungs felt heavy, like you were inhaling dust from a graveyard. The power went out at 6 p.m. Not a blown fuse. The digital clocks didn't just blink. They ran backward. The numbers spun out of control. 00, 5958, counting down to something. Logan was unraveling. He sat in the center of the kitchen with a battery-powered lantern. He kept checking his skin. He insisted he could feel things walking on him. Small things, felt fingers. He started cutting the puppets. He took a pair of packing scissors and began shredding them. First the blue one, then the yellow one. He snipped their yarn hair. He ripped the batting out of their chests. He kept screaming. If they don't have bodies, they can't stay. If they don't have bodies, they can't stay. I didn't stop him. I just watched the fluff pile up on the floor like dirty snow. But the fluff didn't stay still. The static electricity in the room was so high. The loose cotton batting started drifting across the floorboards. It didn't blow in the wind. It crawled, aggregating into a shape near the corner of the pantry. Then the teleprompter tablet turned on. The battery was dead. We hadn't plugged it in all day. But the screen illuminated with a blinding, harsh blue light. The text began to type itself. Click-clack, click-clack. Fast, furious, like an angry typist working in a dark room. It wrote, ACT3, Scene 1. Logan Ariel-SES, the camera, is not looking AT-HIM. Logan looks behind the lens. Logan sees it. Logan stared at the tablet. He shook his head. No, I'm done. We're leaving. Pack the van, Duggie. Pack the damn van. He reached for his car keys on the counter. They weren't keys anymore. He picked up a cluster of dried, yellow bird bones, tied together with a piece of dirty twine. He dropped them. They clattered against the floorboards. Clack, clack, clack. The exact same sound we heard from the basement door on night 2. The teleprompter scrolled again. Logan TRIES to run. The house disagrees. The front door didn't slam shut. It didn't have to. The wood of the door frame simply swelled. The seams closed up. The edges melted into the plaster walls until the door was just a solid, unbroken wall of grain and paint. There was no exit. The house had healed over its own openings. And then the shadow came out of the ceiling. It didn't look like a person. It looked like a giant, jagged tear in the fabric of the room. A void. A hole where light went to die. And it spoke. It didn't use the microphone. It didn't use the phone. It spoke directly inside our teeth. A vibration that rattled your jaw until your gums bled. It sounded like my mother. If my mother had been 1,000,000 angry hornets. It said, "You did so well, Logan. The children are going to love the new season." Logan didn't scream. That was the strangest part. He just stopped. His eyes went completely blank, like a television set that had been unplugged from the wall. He turned around, slowly, creatorly. His limbs didn't move like a human anymore. His elbows bent at the wrong angles. His knees clicked with every step. He walked toward that dark basement door. He didn't open it. The door was already gone. He just walked into the wood. The plaster swallowed him up, first his coat, then his shoulders, then his face. The last thing I saw of Logan was his hand. His fingers were turning a bright, pale, green, smooth, without wrinkles, without nails. Felt. I stayed behind for 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Because the teleprompter typed one last line. Duggie is the new producer. Duggie will bring more crew. Heavy. I left the house through a window that forgot to close. Logan is still down there. He's the star of the show now. And the house, well, the house is getting hungry again. It needs a director. It needs a camera operator. It needs you. Stay strain. But for heaven's sake, stay quiet.